How can you lack so much compassion? What if your mom, your dad, was immediately just taken from you as a white person, as a black person, as anyone? How can you just accept that? This is not, fuck, bro. This is so unreal, and how can people just lack compassion? How? Why can't you just imagine yourself just waking up one day with your family not there anymore? So LA businesses are getting raided by ICE, or some people that are wearing stuff that says ICE on it with their faces all covered up. People are getting ran over. Shots are being literally fired, literally. And this is supposed to be life right now. We're not going to get treated like humans because they don't see us like humans. They lack compassion. How can you lack compassion? How? I understand that you're trying to get criminals out. Why are you going to workplaces where people are just trying to work? That doesn't make sense.
It's not that black people don't see this as a problem. We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you. We told you, and not you as specifically you. We told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, and people still voted him into office. You don't need to talk to black people and ask black people where we are and why we aren't doing anything and why we aren't standing up, because black people have always been standing up. Black women have always been standing up. We're the ones that show up and show out every single time. We're the ones that when people go out to a party, that was the latest conversation. When people go to a party, they don't feel comfortable with a group of people around unless they see black people there, black women around. They tell their children, if you're in trouble, to go find a big black man because they know that person's going to help and take care of them. We know. We are tired of carrying everyone on our backs. That is what's going on. We are not standing up in the streets and protesting this because why? You say in that video, what if your family members were one day gone and you couldn't do anything about it? It happens to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, our family members are getting slaughtered by police for nothing. Because of a black man getting killed by police, the largest Black Lives Matter movement in history around the world occurred because of black people. This is happening because of your people. Your people voted for him. Look at those numbers for who showed up and voted for Trump. Hispanics for Trump, Latinos for Trump. Those are the people who voted for him. We did our part. That is why you aren't seeing us in the street. It's not that we don't lack empathy or compassion. It's that we are tired. We have been there, done that. You also talk about how you are being hunted down and treated like animals. Let's not forget the pan-Atlantic slave trade that happened with black people. And once we were released from slavery, we were then used as experimentation for medical advancements. We were treated like treated inhumane. We were treated like animals. That is why we are tired. And the generation of the people we have right now, like me talking, is because we are not our ancestors. We are not going to be repeating the exact same things that happened to us and allowing for you all to sit here and run us over. You guys did not do what you had to do to show up and show out and vote. I don't care. I don't know who you voted for. I don't care who you voted for. It's the Hispanic community as a whole. That's who you need to be talking to. You don't need to come over here and bring black people into it and why aren't black people and how could you not feel this way if you were white or black? Have empathy. Black people have empathy. We know, but we've been there and we're done that and we're tired. And so that's where we stand on this. And then on your first video, your part 1 video, you also said you just want to go back to how things were. You just wanted to go back to when there was peace. If you think that there was ever peace, that shows a privilege that you have. That is a privilege that you had as not being black in America, because there was never peace for us. Never. We could never walk into any workspace and feel 100% comfortable. We could never just walk outside our houses and feel 100% comfortable. We don't know what's going on. I'm 34 years old. As a child, I'm taught, if you get pulled over by a police, if you see police trying to pull you over, don't just pull off to the side of the road. Pull into a parking lot, a gas station where it's well lit, because you don't know who's going to pull you over. You don't know what that police officer is going to do to you. You don't know what that person at work is going to do to you. That is what we deal with on a daily basis. So no, we have empathy. We understand. But we're not going to go parade in the street anymore, because that is somebody else's turn. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying and you take that in, and you go and you talk to your people. You talk to other people about it. You guys go out in the street and you protest to get him impeached and to turn all of these things over that are happening with ICE, because that's not our job anymore. We are done. We are tired. I hope and I wish you well, but it's not our job.
Now that everything that I said was going to happen when Trump get elected is happening, now all of these Hispanic people saying, I want black people to step up and be on the front lines with us. I'm not going on no front lines with none of y'all. I will stand with you in solidarity from right here in my car on this goddamn phone, because I told y'all what was going to happen and y'all still voted against y'all own rights. Now, since y'all want to keep on talking about people of color, POC, and everybody is the same, right? We all minorities, right? Y'all better call on them yellow folks. Y'all better call on them Asians. Y'all better call on them other immigrants and all of these other people that are supposed to be stepping up for you, since we all POC. You know what I'm saying? Where the Chinese, where the Japanese, where the Indians at? Ain't nobody want to step up with you? Now everybody want to call black people to step up. I'm not going to no front lines with nobody. Don't ask me to go to no goddamn protest. I ain't going to no goddamn protest. I'm not going on the front lines, and I'm not getting maced. I'm not getting pepper sprayed for none of y'all. Matter of fact, call them Irish people. Didn't y'all say black people? Didn't y'all say Irish people was black? Then y'all say all gingers are black, not just black gingers? Y'all said Irish people was black just because they had some type of oppression in their history. They had nothing to do with 400 years of slavery, but for some reason, Irish people are black now. Call them. I told y'all I got on this app and I spoke up about the Trump administration and what they were going to do. I read all the documents. I read all the plans. I went through all the research. And I came on this app and I made endless videos saying what they're going to do. I said that they were going to arrest these people. I said that they're going to do ICE raids. I said that they want people to be slaves in a prison. I literally said it. You can go back in my videos before the election. I spoke up. I was rooting for Kamala the whole time. I spoke up for people to vote for Kamala the whole time. And I remember every single Hispanic person, every single black man, every single black woman, every single person of color that spoke up against Kamala Harris. And I will not forget. It is embedded into my memory bank. I'm not playing with y'all. So do not ask me to step up. I stand with you, Hispanic people, in solidarity in front of this phone. Because what y'all didn't do, and white people too, white liberals and Hispanic people, instead of asking your own family members and try to change your own family members and holding them accountable and telling them to step up and wake the fuck up, y'all just started to criticize other races, saying that we didn't know what we was talking about. Y'all ain't want to speak to y'all family members. That's on you. This, what's happening right now, is on you. You can't put this blame on anyone else. And I don't want to hear it. I really don't. So at the end of the day, y'all gonna have to fight y'all fight, because black people been fighting this fight for years. And every time these politicians lie to you, we can see right through it, because we've been through it over and 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 over again. But for the people who's been in this country, and our ancestors been in this country, our grandparents, our great-grandparents have told us over and over and over what the plans was that these people are trying to do for you. Y'all don't want to listen to us. Y'all call us victims. Y'all say y'all always want to play victim. Y'all always want to play victim. We told y'all. And this time, it wasn't no big CIA undercover mission. It wasn't no spook who sat by the door. That man Trump went up there at his rallies and said, we are about to deport, mass deportations, and y'all sat up there with a red hat. There was no type of undercover mission. You were not lied to. You were told the truth, and it's coming into fruition. Good luck, and Godspeed.
It's always about black people with me. I don't know if y'all didn't pick that up yet, but it definitely is. And I see everybody talking about the inhumane ways that ICE is attempting to catch people who are here illegally, and me being so close to immigrants, one from my career to being born to an immigrant, I can tell you that that's not my fight. And the only reason I say that that's not my fight is because I don't want to get riled up about some shit that is indeed inhumane when I can't even get my motherfucking people to get riled up about some shit that been inhumane. The Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan and Joe Biden administration did black people so fucking bad that we don't fucking see that the same shit that ICE is doing has been the same shit that America has been doing. America reminds us every February that black people mean nothing. And black people want to continue to remind us that black people mean nothing. You hear what the fuck I'm saying? From the music to the films to the way that we talk to each other. Don't mean shit. But now that we see light bodies being round up and thrown in the motherfucking back of a paddy wagon, it's an issue for black people. It fucks with me how inhumanely we are treated, but how much empathy we lack for one another. What the fuck you mean you on here crying about ICE? Are you okay? They've been separating little black boys from their fucking black daddies for as long as I can remember. Being black in America and having nothing to do is illegal. It's on every motherfucking post you see. And then they say shit like, well, they only here to seek better lives. We did not say that when we seen Daquan outside on the corner to make sure that little Timothy has some motherfucking food and some shoes. Y'all don't say that. Y'all don't say that. They're criminal. Black people are criminal when they're trying to make sure that their kids get what the fuck it is that they need. But everybody else, oh my God, they're just trying to. You think you're going to take your black ass to anybody's country without the right documentation and see what the fuck they do to you. And I never understood when my father used to say, I don't have no motherfucking sympathy for nobody. Because don't nobody have no motherfucking sympathy for me. The problem is we lack empathy. We don't give a fuck about what they do to them boys in them jails. We don't care. You hear what I'm saying? It's people getting online detailing the cruelties that they endure. Grown men fighting for their fucking lives and their ass. We don't give a fuck about that. But Lord, Hector and Jesus done came and they taking their ass back. And we saying this shit is enough is enough. 10 to 1. They was taking black people from their fucking kids. They had tanks riding down Compton, running them bitches through people's houses while their kids was in there. They didn't give a fuck about that. I've never seen an addict know how to whip the shit. No, maybe they didn't know how to whip it. I never seen them know how to put that shit together. I never seen them know how to farm a fucking poppy seed. Ain't that where it come from? I've never seen no shit like that. Black people have been under the boots of motherfucking America for a long time. It's been a chemical war along with a bunch of different other ones. But now that we see people who are closer to whiteness being treated just like black people, it's an issue. And I think that is a problem. I watched one of my students, the sweetest little boy. He came in class, he said, Miss Starr, I'm moving back to, I believe it's Ecuador. I'm moving back to Ecuador. But I'll be back in 2 years. The sweetest little boy ever. Right? I'm leaving. My mother, she said she gonna come visit me, but she want me to keep speaking English. So that when I come back, everything all right. I'm like, okay. He leave. When he come back, he leaves the next day. When I come back, they said no. His parents were here and his father got sent back, and his mother, they looking for her. So they gonna send him back. So it's no issues, right? And it broke my heart. It really broke my fucking heart. The next day, I'm into it with another one of my students. As sweet as he can be, but bad as shit. And I call his grandma, and I tell his grandma that he cutting up in class, and his grandma explains to me that he having some hardships. This was last year. His grandma explains to me that he had some hardships, and that in his family people deal with drug addiction, and so it's hard on everybody, right? I've seen so much compassion for that baby who had to go back to where his parents are. His parents are not in captivity, but his parents have been separated from him. I've seen so much compassion for that baby. And I don't see anything but anger and frustration for the little black boy that looked like all the black teachers there. But what I'm saying is, we fight for people to oppress us. And that's the fucked up part about it. Our hearts is so good that they're gonna put us under. We fight for other people to have the right to feel like they are above us. From the fucking restaurants that sit in your neighborhood that don't pour back into these community organizations or these outreach programs, to the liquor stores that continue to sell us bullshit from behind a fucking plexiglass this fucking thick, right? Sliding us shit like we in the motherfucking prison cell or something. I don't even, y'all know, I don't partake in alcohol because the shit, something ain't right with it no more. Like, to the motherfuckers who clean our clothes, none of these people are pouring back into our communities. None of these people are on the front lines and they see these black boys on the corner doing what it do, making money, because that's what the fuck you supposed to do in America, getting brutalized by the police. I don't never see them step the fuck outside. What I also never seen is a black person set up shop where the fuck they're at. But what I can say is, yes, do some of them come to our defense? Yeah, but it's because they are able to see the familiarity shit, and the hardships that they have and the hardships that we face. We don't see that. When we do it, it's, oh my God, I can't believe they did that to them. Because when it's people who look just like us, we don't give a fuck. I don't see people stopping their motherfucking car when they see little black boys being brutalized by the police. But people is outside New York fighting for motherfuckers who got dropped off at a sanctuary state, and now they saying, hey, you've depleted our resources, we about to send you the fuck back. Okay. If that's okay. I don't see nobody protesting the motherfucker. Where the fuck Jay-Z and them from? I don't see Jay-Z and them protesting the motherfucking projects. I don't see the motherfucking white people outside in their biker shorts and shit saying, we not gonna let y'all continue to do this to the motherfuckers where you dropped them off at. Understand that all these sanctuary states put people who were either undocumented or seeking refuge in spaces that have already maxed out on their resources. I'm never, ever saying that people don't need help. I'm saying that when people need help, they put them where black people at, and the black people gotta figure out what the fuck to do. Because resources are scarce. We sitting in a fucking recession right now. If you don't know that, you slow. Resources have been scarce, but we're always giving and never receiving. We're always fighting and never being protected. When people fight for us, understand that it's because they understand that their humanity is at risk. We don't do that. And it just irritates me.
History between black Americans and Mexicans in Los Angeles, I'll extend that to Southern California, is not a good history. Mexicans went on an erasure campaign, erasing black people out of their communities for years. I could get deeper in detail. There's history out there. Check this video out.
In other words, he's a minority like me, so I can't speak up against him. If this was white folks committing these lynchings to us in South Central, what's going on, there would be an outrage in this country. We have had firebombs thrown through windows. We have had people's cars burned in the driveway because they happened to move into the wrong communities. We had a lady who moved to East LA, came to the state from the South, not knowing what East LA was. It was an all-Hispanic community. She wasn't there one day. We had another man who was burned out of his house in Torrance last year. We had 5 murders in Hawaiian Gardens just because the people were black. This would not be tolerated if this was white on black crime. crime. But the fact that these people come here, and it's the numbers, sir. It's the numbers. They come here in the numbers. They build up the Hispanic community, and they get this sense of power against us. And there are race riots in the schools every day in Los Angeles. It never makes the media. The black kids are being run out of the schools every day and told to go back to Africa. It never makes the media. We are having people who are being discriminated against on every avenue of society.
I seen someone ask this question and it got me to thinking, you're right. Why haven't the Latin community called on the Asians that's in California to go out and march and help? Why is the call of action only to black people? I just really want to know. Because they call themselves the model minority. So they supposed to be smarter, more educated. This is all per them. Why haven't y'all called on the Asians? Why do they get to sit back and chill? We already know they out to pew us. Let me know. Get down in the comments because I want to know. That's
the craziest thing to me right now is that there are a bunch of people whose grandparents came here on boats from Europe trying to tell people whose parents just got here they're not American enough to stay. I'll just say this, it's the reason that the Chancellor of Germany came over here and showed Trump his grandfather's German birth certificate. And to me, it's crazy because the qualifier is you're not American enough to be here because your parents are not from here. But if we step back far enough, either their parents or their parents aren't either. Talking about the descendants of German immigrants, Irish immigrants, English Protestant immigrants that feel like they're more American than people that just got here. To me, that's crazy because that is the story of America. If you black, they brought us here. If you're of any other group, you traveled here. Legitimately, the only people that have an actual claim to this land, it's really just the Native Americans. But if you want to get technical, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, it's Mexicans that woke up and this was goddamn America. It's a crazy argument to me. Mind you, they will in the same breath send a person like that home and then let South African Billy pull up with all of his people. You gotta think about that.
See, I'm at work right now, but I had to go ahead and make this video because a lot of y'all got the game fucked up completely. Let me go ahead and say a few things about this LA riot shit and the Hispanics and the black. A lot of y'all are so fucking confused and ill in the brain, and it's fucking sad, literally. I need to just go ahead and start saying that y'all just don't like Mexicans. Just go ahead and say it. Because y'all bitches beating around the bush and keep saying, oh, they didn't fight with us and then they are doing this and they're doing that. What the fuck is up with y'all on this tit for tat ass shit? Like, this shit is weird and corny as fuck. At the end of the day, I'm human and black immediately after that. Immediately after that. And I'm gonna always fight for black people first. But at the end of the motherfucking day, at the end, the people that y'all feel so fucking strongly about, y'all saying, oh, they messing up neighborhoods and they're doing this and they're coming in and doing this and who's gonna do? You guys are fucking filled with hate and it's disgusting. You bitches need to get a fucking grip. A reality check needs to be put upon y'all bitches bad. I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to just stand up for what the fuck is right. If y'all feel like they didn't do something for y'all, why the fuck can't y'all just be fucking... Wait, this is the thing that's really getting me. Why the fuck do half of y'all bitches don't have no fucking integrity? The word of the motherfucking day is gonna be integrity. Where the fuck is you bitches' integrity at? Where's your humanity at? At the end of the fucking day, how the fuck are y'all mad at Hispanics coming here across borders? I understand it is a lot of it's a lot of Mexican families moving in at one time. I do understand what everybody's saying, but at the end of the day, it's a way to go about things on both sides, yes, but there's a way to go about things. Ooh, I'm getting riled up. Hold on. The moral of the story is y'all feeling like how Mexicans didn't come and fight the fight with us. When I was at the motherfucking protest in LA, I went to 3, and I'll show y'all the videos if y'all need it. So my thing is, plenty of the motherfucking people that was out there were fucking Mexican. There was a lot of Mexicans out there, white people, fucking Asian. It was a lot of people out there. You bitches are so fucking corny because at the end of the motherfucking day, none of y'all bitches that's on the internet went to no fucking protest. A black protest, an Asian protest, an Indian protest. None of y'all bitches were at any motherfucking protest. But y'all feel so strongly about this one because you bitches are racist. Just go ahead and fucking admit it.